Did they not kill Patrice Emery Lumumba 10 months after? Did they not kill Silvanus Olympio 1 year after independence? Did they not overthrow Kwame Nkrumah in 1966? Did they not use their agents to overthrow Nnamdi Azikiwe and kill Tafawa Balewa and Ahmadu Bello in Nigeria? Was there not a mutiny on a single day in East African countries in 1964 when they wanted to overthrow the government of Tanganyika, Uganda and Kenya? They were here, the colonialists, because they had lost their hunting grounds and they were coming back. Did they not mount coups in order to regain their hunting grounds? Africa is attractive because of our resources. And if we do not wake up, we will be manipulated. We are now a hunting ground, even as I speak, because a disunited Africa is good for other civilizations. A disunited Africa is good for Europe. A disunited Africa is good for the United States of America. Disunited Africa is good for China. It is good for Russia. It is good for the Arabs. It is good for the Turks. In Kiswahili wanasema vita vya panzi furaha ya kungu. So when we are in that state, we can be manipulated. And we are being manipulated.
Manda wa mpera.
Watemesha kwa ulimi tu. So, Mwakideu. Surjut Nadra. Daktari wangu wa Aga Khan. Unanipata?
Kwa niseme daktari wako wa sindano mbili.
Ndio, jana nilidunga sindano 2 ya matako.
Christ will come and he'll say, I gave you, what did you do with it? And we will say that we are praying and fasting. No, he will not listen to us. The last time I checked, Paul was preaching, praying and writing letters and also making tents. Which is the tent that you are making?
What a lovely show with the airport.
I can go on and on, but your attention span has suffered and is suffering. So I must conclude. I conclude by telling us that we have lamented for too long as Africans. We have blamed others for too long. The time is now to blame ourselves. For nearly 60 years, we have elected in many countries men and women who ought not to be elected. I remember in 1995, when the great Mwalimu Nyerere was invited at a meeting of his party Chama Cha Mapinduzi to give his ideas on who ought to be elected as the 3rd president of the United Republic of Tanzania. Mwalimu said many things, but among the things that he said was character. Who do you elect? The African electorate's affinity to thieves is without rival in this world.
What a lovely show with the airport.
When you are a thief in Africa, the electorate loves you. When you are a liar in most African countries, the electorate loves you. When you incite people on the basis of ethnicity and tribalism, the African electorate in many countries loves you. When you incite people on the basis of religion, many people in the electorate in Africa love you. When you divide people along gender lines, the electorate in Africa loves you. The ghost of ethnicity, the ghost of corruption, those who claim that they can pray ghosts out, this is the opportunity to pray. Exercise those ghosts. Otherwise, pray no more. Exercise ghosts no more. Because that is what Africa needs. And I've said, and I'm saying it again, the things that require technology will not be achieved through theology. You are not going to pray the 5G to come into being. No. God gave you the ideas because your mind is what God gave you, and we are created in God's image. The image that God talks about is not about how we look. How can God possibly look like me? How can God possibly look like you? Ladies and gentlemen, in order for Africa to realize our potential, we must wake up. Because when we wake up and we are united, we are going to be masters of our own affairs. We are going to be masters of our own resources, and we can only do that through unity. Not the unity of the graveyard where we do not disagree. We will disagree. But remember, ideas must be cross-pollinated and cross-fertilized. It is in civil disagreement that one good idea overtakes another. And I have faith in Africa. I have faith in the young people sitting up there, knowing that this is an intergenerational battle. You are the young suckers that will grow when all these old bananas are dead, as Chinua Achebe said. This is a race which we have started, and you must win, and win we must. God bless.